Hey and welcome, I'm Hammeh, a quick bit of Overwatch lore related news and a comic preview for you and then some channel news. First things first, we have a Zarya comic coming very soon, tomorrow in fact. Now, I first reported on San Diego Comic-Con 2017 that a panel of a Zarya comic had been shared, and we now see that comic coming to life with previews in various websites. Titled Searching, Overwatch Comic 15 is written by Andrew Robinson and Joelle Selner with art and colours by Kate Niemczyk. Now, the writing, Andrew Robinson has been at Blizzard since 2014 and he's worked on a bunch of animated shows before that. You might know him for the A Better World Symmetra comic, Mission Statement Farah comic and Legacy, the first of the two Ana comics detailing her confrontation with Widowmaker. Now, those are some of my favourite comics and stories getting into character personalities pretty deeply, so this should be a good one as we're going to be going into Zarya. Joelle Selner, well, she's written for a bunch of other things including animation like Sonic Boom, a Lego DC Superhero Girls web series and also Namco Bandai's Supernova game. As for Kate Niemczyk, she got into comics in 2016 doing Marvel's Mockingbird series, which was co-nominated for an Eisner Award, but she's also done work on video games, including some Mass Effect Discovery 1-4 alternative comic covers, which are really cool, as well as some work on games such as Might and Magic Heroes 7, and apparently a little assistance on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So both from the people working on it and the preview pages, I'm really looking forward to this one. The preview text, Alexandra Zaryanova is in over her head when Katya Volskaya sends her to eliminate the elusive hacker known as Sombra. At her wit's end, Zarya reluctantly teams up with an omnic hacker. Butting heads all the way, they hone in on their target, but through strife, Zarya begins to realise that she will have to reassess her worldview about omnics being uniformly evil. So, guess what we get? Plot progression and character development. I'm really excited for this one. It looks like, from this panel that we're looking at here, it picks up right after Infiltration. Interesting things here, Katya saying she needs a friend, picking up from Sombra's comment of being a friend in Infiltration. We know that Zarya's sergeant rank. Volskaya is clearly powerful enough to just requisition military personnel from the Russian military, although I guess she is a major arms provider, if not one of the most significant forces in defending Russia due to the Sviatogor mechs churning out of Volskaya Industries. Now, an interesting line at the bottom of this, as you search for your target, we have something nobody has had before. Now, what is Zarya going to have access to that Volskaya is promising her? It could just be the help of the Omnic hacker. We're going to Dorado, of course, if we look at the cover and looking into Sombra. I wonder if this is going to shed any light on the Sombra conspiracy web we've been shown since last November from Sombra's origin trailer. Now, I did a huge analysis of that. Please do check out the video below if you haven't seen it. Either way, it's cool to see more of Zarya's character and how her buddy cop or otherwise time with this Omnic hacker is going to go. What's going to happen, of course, to an Omnic hacker who goes up against Sombra, in theory the world's best. Now, given that Omnics have met a fair few fates in comics so far, rest in peace Okoro in Farah's Mission Statement comic, for example, never forget, I have a red shirt Star Trek-esque fear for this Omnic hacker's life already, but let's see what happens. We don't have long to wait, it will be out tomorrow, that's the 27th of September, Wednesday. Anytime from the morning on the west coast of the USA, lunchtime-ish on the east coast, 5 to 6 PM-ish in the UK, EU, and midnight next day for Australia and that side of the world. Quick point, I always get asked where you find these comics and where you can see the animated versions. So for any comic in future, always go to comic.playoverwatch.com. Bookmark that in your browser. The comics always go up there. Now, if you want to see the made-for animated versions that I use in some of my videos, they're usually visible or shared on the blog on the Overwatch website. So when the comic is out, head over to playoverwatch.com and look at the blog or news section. There'll generally be an article there. From the good news to a little channel update of the not so good news. Now, a lot of you may have heard of the Adocalypse. Earlier in the year, a lot of advertisers boycotted YouTube due to over how adverts were served around certain kinds of content, and that hit creators' earnings across the board. Now, everyone felt this a bit, including me. I did sort of push through it a bit. I found some other work. Things were improving. I've had my first reviewed video, though, that popped up the other day, so that scared me like a 1 HP Mercy being hunted down by a Dragon Blade. It was a stream VOD from the occasional brief Hello YouTube streams I do. I probably had a teammate swearing in it. Now, although this was a bit of a rude awakening, I'll let you know how it goes. If I get hurt by this, and I really hope I don't, I mean, I don't really swear. Most of my content I think is pretty family friendly, I think. But one thing's for sure, if I get hit over the next couple of months, I may have to think about how much time I can spend working on the channel. Now, I do freelance work, so I'm not 100% reliant on YouTube, but it's enough of looking after myself day to day that I feel the changes when it goes up and down like this, which is why this kind of review video has spooked me a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't go any further than this, so I'll let you know know how it goes. If YouTube isn't steady, I will need to find a bit more freelance work so I can just look after my bills. You know, looking after my day-to-day life is my responsibility, not yours, and I would never put that on you guys. But if you do enjoy my videos and you'd like to directly support me making more of them, spending more time on making videos, please do check out my Patreon. The guys who support there have 200% really helped me keep doing this year, and it really does make the world of difference. I know a lot of you are interested in how like YouTube and all this stuff kind of works, how like day-to-day life of making stuff on YouTube and things works. I share a lot of that on Patreon. I'll make some of it public as well for non-patrons, and when I do a Patreon video pretty soon, maybe even in the next couple of days, I'll try and share a little bit more insight into how all of that kind of thing works for you. Regardless of anything I've just talked about, I know you guys find that interesting, and that's something I'll probably make some videos on soon too. So, are you looking forward to the comic tomorrow? How is your Overwatch season going with the new changes? I've actually almost climbed up to 2800 now on Microwave, so I'm hoping that I can even get to Diamond again, and then who knows, maybe even push it on to Master. I'm also trying to stream a bit more at twitch.tv/HammehOW, so do throw that a follow, and hopefully see you there soon. Cheers for tuning in. Be sure to come back to the channel tomorrow for the comic analysis, and check out my latest videos in these playlists. I've been Hammeh. Take it easy, guys.